Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment.
Most definitely, me peoples. I'm back with another exclusive video reaction. This particular video reaction right here is of that boy Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? Finally, so the Me People's channel here to give you for me and my dialogue, my take on this situation, my 1-2. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, though, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna give y'all exclusive video reaction. You know what I'm saying? What y'all feel about this here situation? Meanwhile, you for me, you know what I'm saying, y'all know what to do. Make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Meanwhile, me peoples, let's jump right off it.
Tonight, rapper Tory Lanez breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster.
Well, this clicks in my head. What if he win this case, right? What happens with, you know what I'm saying, Megan, you know what I'm saying? Do she go to jail, or, you know what I'm saying, they just throw out the case? Do he get some money, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, bruh, have spent some time already for a case that really probably was not looked at thoroughly, you feel me, you know what I'm saying? And that happens all the time, you feel me?
And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women, and it's just so unlike me. And I've never really had a chance to express that. But you can look at my criminal record. I don't have one. I never had one. And I feel like, you know, that connotation that I would do anything of this monstrous proportion is just, it's completely incorrect and it's wrong.
Lanez declined to testify during his 2022 trial. Do you regret not taking the stand?
I think if I would have taken the stand, the verdict would have definitely been very different.
The rapper's legal team filed an appeal, which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight, with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court, in one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanez's.
Bruh damn nearly lost his whole life, you know what I'm saying, for them to start looking into his situation and to give him somewhat of a voice. But at the same time, I feel like everything come with a price. You know what I'm saying? Was it that he submitted to, you know what I'm saying, the industry or whatever, the rumors that have, you know what I mean, circulating in the Hollywood world? We don't really know, you feel me? All I can say is this though, you feel me? It's a cold situation. You know what I'm saying? People lie every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Especially some of these women in this world, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? When there's some type of power, some type of guilt, you know, we got people that's being raised in a world where automatically they are a victim, you know what I'm saying? From women to men and all, etc. You feel me? But at the end of the day, trauma is trauma, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So if that man didn't do what he was allegedly accused of, man, let that man be free, man. That's a sad situation, man.
Including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, which they allege raise questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process.
And we didn't have that chance. Or perhaps we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them, because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete. Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for defendants to prove, because they have to show if the evidence actually came into court, the jury would have found differently. It's an uphill battle, and it's something that often torpedoes any defense appellate argument.
The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office and representatives for Megan Thee Stallion have not responded to NBC News' request for comment.
I believe not only that I was wrongfully convicted, but the amount of new evidence that has emerged since that trial I think has been overwhelming.
What has life been like in prison for the last couple of years?
Truthfully, I've done my best to keep my head above water, but mentally, I've gone through trauma that I sometimes even struggle with because I never imagined myself dealing with things that I would have to deal with. I've been stabbed 17 times. Almost lost my life.
If you could say something to Megan Thee Stallion today, what would it be?
I think that I wouldn't say something directly to her. I would like that moment to happen in person. We've both gone through a lot. There's this connotation that like I share this hatred for her, but I don't. I genuinely passed that. I'm at a place of healing in my life. I'm at a place of taking accountability for the things that I did wrong. And when I talk about my case, I don't want it to be taken as me coming at her, because it's not that. I'm just asking for somebody in the system to look at my case and look at the evidence.
For them to always talk about the industry, I feel like this is one of them stories, you feel me? I'm saying, bruh, maybe didn't comply with something, and you know what I'm saying, he had to do some time, and maybe when he get out this time, though, you feel me? I'm saying, he will apply to whatever it is that they want from bruh, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's a cold situation. We never know what's what, but I've always felt some type of way about him doing time and felt like he didn't do allegedly with everything that was said, you feel me what I'm saying, against him. At the end of the day, people lie every day, you feel me what I'm saying, and I feel like at the end of the day, they probably didn't ever take in consideration and really figure out what was going on. And you know what I'm saying, people with money, you know what I'm saying, even her managers, whoever she was dealing with, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't gonna let her fall, you know what I'm saying, they own her and she put more money in their pockets than anybody.
And ask if this was fair.
And with that, Chloe Malas joins us now on set. So, Chloe, Tory Lanez is also seeking a pardon from Governor Gavin Newsom?
That's right. His legal team has filed the necessary paperwork, and it is before the governor now. So they're seeking either a pardon where his criminal record will be wiped clean, he would be released from prison, or to have his sentence commuted, meaning that the time he has served is sufficient, and release him, but that doesn't change his criminal record. As for when this could happen, the governor typically does these twice a year, so this could happen before the new year.
All right. Chloe Malas for us. Chloe, thank you. We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
I was rich then, but you ain't even know it like Rocco. We don't keep score, we just keep on scoring.